Hello, hello, hi, Gipreneur. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Halloween for some of you. Welcome. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. My name is Sean Azimi, and I am your ex-corporate grinder. Yeah, for sure. Used to be in a call center corporate environment for many years, putting in 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, very often 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit, shut down, and left me unemployable with nothing to fall back on. And that stung real bad. So it kind of redirected me to this whole online space. And now I help folks like you, like me, to start a side gig online. And we grow it using social media. So if you've been thinking about it, especially this time of the year, you're like, I need some more tax write off, or I could use a little extra money for the holidays. If that is the case and you like the idea of it being flexible, drop the word side gig in the comments, and I got you. I got you. I'll, um, I actually will send you to, you know what? You may want to just go to sidegeeksean.com, answer a couple questions there, and I'll get back with you. That kind of tells me where you are and how serious you are and all that good stuff. So, sidegeeksean.com. Anyway, let's go. But some of you who are starting, you are just starting. With some of you, you are just starting a a side gig, a business, right? And so you're thinking, well, I got to sell. What am I going to sell? I got to sell my product. I got to sell my services. So you get into these conversations about these products or these services that are amazing, and this products are amazing. There's nothing like it anymore and on the planet Earth. Or you talk about the pay plan. You just talk about all these things, and you feel like you really press on them and you feel like this is really your pitch, right? Well, what happens here is that most of the time, and you already know this, if not all the time, that's not real effective. Not anymore, anyway. It's not effective. People don't want to know everything about these things because they hear it all the time. You yourself have heard it so many times that this product is different, this product is amazing, this, right? Jessica, how are you? Good to see you all the way from Australia on TikTok. Let's go. So, you know that you question a lot of these things and you're like, I'm not really buying that, right? So, what is the real pitch here? The real pitch here is something that you want to hold on to forever. It's going to remain as your main pitch forever. And it's has nothing to do with your products or your services. Nothing, really. You know, and the story goes that your pitch would really attract. Now, what is a pitch? A pitch is you throw something at somebody and you're hoping it attracts people, right? It catches their attention. It it um, it sparks an interest, right? So that's kind of a pitch, right? Let's say you throw a pitch. So what is a pitch that will really attract people to you and want to do business with you, right? And you hear it, relationship, connection, this and that. Well, your pitch is really your story. You know, you started a side business or you got into this whole online space for a reason. There's a story behind it, right? There's a story. Like, you're like, I'm a single mom, and I'm thinking, well, what do I do? Do I put the kids at daycare and get a job and then end up paying daycare on my paycheck? Or do I try to work something from home and have the kids at home? That may be a story. Or somebody may say, you know what, I would love to lose a little bit extra weight, and I would love to make some extra money too. Maybe I can combine the two, right? Somebody else says, you know what, I've been in the mortgage industry and I am still in the mortgage industry, not me, but somebody else. I'm in the mortgage industry and it's a hustle. It's a long hours and long weeks. And I don't know how long I can hold up this. The money may be good, but I don't really get to enjoy the money because I don't really have the time. The time I have, I'm exhausted, right? So I like to change that up. And, I looked into different things and I found a way that if I put in a little bit of an effort every day, work it every day, and then I can get to a point where blank. Your story is your main pitch. One, it's genuine. It's real. It's your story. You're telling it. You're saying it like it is. It's your story, right? Two, it's relatable with the people who've gone through the stuff you've gone through. People can relate. People can start nodding their heads when you're telling their story, right? And that's the whole thing. You want them agreeing or relating with parts of your story, right? And three, it, it doesn't have anything to do with the products or the services that you offer. So you don't get into this, what I call this ping pong match. Your product, my product, your service, my service, your business, my business. Who wants to play that game, right? So you don't get into this ping pong match back and forth that you don't want to play. Your story is the most real and genuine thing about you. And you got the only thing that you got to learn in the beginning is that you got to learn how to tell your story in a better way. See, some people just come and say, "Oh, this happened to me, this happened to me, this happened to me, and I got out of it," right? But somebody else can come in and really tell the story, put the audience in a situation where they feel like they are actually experiencing that story. That's when people relate and connect. It's not just, it's like a dish, right? If you go to a restaurant where there's just plunk, a crap load of food in front of you, you're like, what the heck? And then there's another restaurant that they have an amazing display. Makes you more excited. You want to eat that food more because it looks pretty, it's presentable. It's the same thing with your story. You got to make your story presentable. You got to make your story um, juicy so people can really relate to it and say, oh, yeah, yes, right? Um, and you only have so much time to tell that story. It's not like you sit there for 3 hours and a half and tell the story. You got only 60 seconds, maybe 90, maybe 2 minutes maximum, right? And then you tell the story. You pick you pick things about your story that you feel like is going to connect with your person, your audience, right? And that becomes your pitch. There's a story behind why you joined the business. There's a story why um, you need some extra income, there's a story why you feel like you need more time in your life, and that story leads you to where you are, and that's what you want to tell. And if you tell that story enough times, there's going to be enough people who say, "Oh, I can relate with that." Yes, right? So I often say stories are meant to be shared, not stored. So be sure you go out there and you share your story and you learn how to tell it well for your audience. With that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you. Drop your thoughts, your comments, your feedback below. Let this feed grow. And if you feel like you know somebody who needs to hear this, should hear this, you recommend them to hear this, tag them, share this with them, and let's spread the love. If you're not following me, you can if you want to. I recommend on multiple platforms if you have it: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, X, LinkedIn, Threads. You can find me, Side Gig Sean. With that, I am Sean Azimi. I'm somebody who used to work in the corporate world many, many years, putting in 12, 14, 16-hour days, 6 days a week, a lot of times 7 days a week, until my pancreas quit, left me unemployable, which means I can't even get a job with what I got going on. Who knew? And I got redirected to this whole online space, this gig economy. And now I help folks like you, like me, to start something online. And we grow it using social media. If that resonates with you, if you've been thinking about it, especially this time of the year, you're like, I need more tax write offs. I'd love to make some more money for the holidays. I don't want to go to my credit card, whatever it may be. Um, and if you like the idea of it being flexible, then drop the word side gig in the comments. Actually, you know what? I keep saying this. Go to sidegigshawn.com. Answer the few questions there so I have an idea of your background and what you want, how serious you are. And then I'll reach out to you and we'll have that conversation. sidegigshawn.com. With that, I am signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.